everybody, it's Robin from the Artsy Nest Studio. I've come to a conclusion. I need a bigger table. No matter where I put my tripod, it's just, look at now. I'm catching the legs here because I can't put it back far enough and then tilt the camera so that they're not in the view. But anyways, I just wanted to do a very quick video because I haven't done one now in about a week or so. And I don't really have a lot in the works, but I'm having fun. So here's one thing that I did do that I'm going to be working on. My husband is in love with Duluth Trading Company. He loves their underwear, he loves their socks, he loves their shirts, and he loves their fire hose pants. What they are is the material is stretchy. It's made out of fabric that is similar to like fire hose. And they always put extra gussets in the crotch. They put an extra gusset in the rear. These pants are a little bit pricey, so he doesn't go out and buy like 5 at a time. But they are nothing like regular pants. You don't see butt crack. You don't get that plumber's crack. The shirts that they sell, they're longer in the back. They have almost a tail. And that prevents that, that nice little plumber's crack there, So he loves their stuff. Yesterday, though, when this came in the mail, he has gotten just pants, socks, and you name it, whatever. And he said, "Oh, what's in the Duluth Trading Company catalog this time?" I said, "Well, whatever it is, you're not going to see it because I'm using it." I took this. First of all, I love the size of it. I love the shape. I should get a ruler real quick and measure it. But the dimensions just looked perfect for like a homemade art journal. You know what I'm saying here? So anyways, I got really busy before he decided he really wanted this very big. He goes online. He hardly ever looks in the catalog anyways. That's just, he goes online and looks because now that he's a regular customer, they have only online like sales and, the free shipping and blah, 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 and especially if you have Amazon Prime, you can get some really good deals. But anyway, so I hurried up and I glued, see this is going to be my nemesis here. I'm going to have to, I will figure something out. Anyways, but look, I very, very quickly glued pages together. Now, I did a journal not too long ago made out of the paper from your regular coupons that you get. See how neat these are? I'll turn it upside down. I don't know if you can see it better. How the crotches are made. You have that extra gusset there. That's what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, they have extra stitching and everything. I'm not here trying to sell Duluth Trading Company, but anyway. So I really like the dimensions of it, and the paper is very similar to the coupon flyers that you get in your Sunday newspaper, or we get what they call Red Plum coupons here on either Tuesdays. Yes, Tuesdays. And the last, junk journal that I made from that, all coupon flyers, I didn't glue the pages together. Now, they were gessoed on both sides before I did any of my artwork onto the pages, and they do feel really neat. Very, like, real thin, soft leather when you gesso this paper. But I didn't think they were that sturdy. So I thought, this has, let's see, they numbered the pages for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Well, yeah, 105, let's say. 105. And I thought, so that would give me 50 pages or 100 sides to play with, So that's plenty for an art journal. And you know, I have so many art journals. But see, like I had stated in my first few videos, I have some that I specifically do watercolor in. I have a few that I specifically do just some sketching and some playing around with some acrylics. I have one that I do what I guess you could call your, not traditional, but whatever. You know, you do like a regular art journal page. You know, you layer it, you use the acrylics, the sprays, the stencils, the stamps, some collage, blah, blah, blah. So I do have a book. It was a regular novel that I made into an art journal. Plus I have a small Strathmore that I don't use that often, but I did use, and I did mostly backgrounds on it to take away that white page. But you know, for some reason, I know I'm not alone. I don't know what the ratio is, but I know a lot of people, a lot of artsy, craftsy people, maybe not real true artists. You know, talking from myself here, but I know a lot of people who enjoy doing work in something like this. And it's not really a matter of saving money because, you know, unless you do it every day or twice a day, you're not going through a lot of these journals. It's just something about taking what would have been trash and now it has a purpose, and a purpose that is saving it for many years. I would like to save mine for a lot of years and let my kids look, you know, my grandchildren see them after I'm gone. Maybe then they'll decide to pitch them, but you know, so I'm saving this for quite a few years from going to the yeah, junk heap. What do you call that? See, there are some days where I really should not be doing a video because I go blank. Okay, so anyways, so I worked on this, and now what I'm going to do is go through and gesso each of these pages. I think I'm going to cover this with paper, you know, glue it on with a good glue stick, and then maybe do some painting on it, some abstract stuff just here and there. I thought about that, or even using, I have some nice, not too heavy scrapbook paper that kind of looks a little bit abstracty, but it's monochromatic, kind of like, well, black and white or whatever, and then adding some little touches to it. But I do want the cover to be just a little bit sturdier than this. I didn't glue a page onto the front cover. The one thing I did do, though, because dragging this along the pages, sometimes it catches them, and a few of them ripped a little bit here and there. The very middle of it came out. And so what I did was, I have just a regular office stapler, besides my little teeny tiny one that I love. I use it a lot. But I took a regular office stapler and went right through the middle here and did a few extra spots there. So anyway, this is going to be my next journal to play in. I'm going to put this aside. Something neat my daughter found for me that I can't wait to use for different things. She has a very, very old antique mirror and dresser that was gifted to her. Well, my son-in-law inherited it from his grandma. And it had this paper, blank paper. I think she did rip it, you know, trying to get it off, but folded up, and there, see, that goes together. But it was all folded up into this size and taped to the back of the dresser. No letters, no messages or anything like that. But this paper is just, it's just so cool, you know? I love it when stuff is naturally aged. And it's not as brittle as some book pages that I've used in collage and whatnot. So, but I just think it's really cool. And this now has a new life also. So there's that. This is, I wasn't tied up here, but this is that junk journal that I made out of, it is a Keurig. The Keurig K-Cups came in it, and I believe it was a 36 count. When you get the big ones, it can be broken down, and you get one of these out of each of them. And I like the idea of the flap until now that I've started to fill this up with different things and it's getting a little bit thicker. So the flap may have to just be put inside like that, and you know, I just tie it closed. I gotta get a sip of water. Okay, a couple medications that I take, they just, they dry my mouth out really bad. Anyway, here's the little flags that I had made for the, yeah, these paper clips. All I did was a little message on here in the very beginning. It just said, it was 3:30 a.m. I was waiting for my newest YouTube video to upload. I don't know how any of you YouTubers out there, how your speed on your Wi-Fi, or if that has anything to do with it, if it's your computer, your phones, whatever. But mine, sometimes I have to retry 3 different times because it'll get all the way to the end. It says it's processing, it'll get to a point and then stop. And so that happened to me that night, and I'm a night owl anyways. I have a problem with sleep. So yeah, this was at 3:30 a.m. I wrote that, and I have some stuff from a Carpe Diem planner from Simple Stories, and I just threw that there. I thought I'll dress up the first page. This I did a little like an art journal page. I put the date here, and the 3 words that came to my mind were creative, productive, and worthy. So anyway, I used some spray even. The thing I like about the junk journal is it's giving me an opportunity. When I first started out, I went out every time that I got any kind of money, spending money. It didn't buy haircuts, it didn't buy nails, it didn't buy clothing. It bought art supplies. And of course I used coupons from AC Moore. We have an AC Moore here, Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. So I did, you know, I used my coupons and tried to get things on sale, but I got so many supplies because I thought I had to try every single thing out. Some of them I don't really like that much. So now I have them, you know, I want to make use of them. And so I get to do that in here. And I have this, I had some spray, just it's glitter, and it's tinted yellow, I guess. But I don't like the feeling of it. It's like sandpapery, and I don't know. So I wasn't using it, and I thought, I'll spray it on there, and I like it. You know, it looks pretty. Late night, very late night, just drawing, and I believe I used some watercolor pencils or crayons or something to do the coloring in here. And I just folded it up and stuck it in here. This is, this was very late at night. My eyes closed, my left hand just did some scribbling. I even started writing the word tired. You can see it looks like an R, R-E-D there. I was really tired. And then I looked in there, and, you can see things. And so I was in my mind with my eyes closed, using my left hand, trying to do some flowers. So I just used some dried up watercolor that I had in a little palette thing, and colored that in. This is a kitty that I drew that I want to make one out of muslin, and then draw it in on the inside and paint it and whatnot, you know. And so that was just an idea for that. Let's see. I see my blue staples. I use my little tiny stapler to staple when I'm doing my sketching and whatnot on paper that's just loose here and there. So I staple them in. And that's what this is really neat for too. Did a girl sitting on, it looks like a bed. I should have been smaller. It's supposed to be just like a bench, but some funky birds, a funky flower, and the lyrics from the one song in the Cinderella play by Rodgers and Hammerstein. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whoever I want to be. Hard to hit that last note. Anyway, I just drew that, playing around, not feeling sad, just art-wise, needing a kickstart for motivation, blah, blah, blah. I did some journaling there. I'm showing it very quickly because some of it is a little bit political. I don't want to get into that one way or another. But anyways, this, I just did my pin cushion that's sitting up here on my table. This was some paints, Dina Wakley paints. And this is the Dina Wakley, her black paint, but with a fine tip applicator, so that you can write with it, almost like a pen. It comes out thick and it takes a long time to dry, but it is kind of neat. So anyway, again, just sketching. I did some weird flowers, and then I did a bird here that I haven't watercolored. This I did with some watercolor markers that are drying up. Didn't write anything there. I think that's all the further I've gotten, but I have been using this here and there, so I'm glad I did it. It's interesting to work in. And this was inspired by, okay, thinking of her name, Liz Drake. She's Sugar on here on YouTube, and she's got just, you know, vlog videos and process videos, and she does a lot of junk journals and, you know, different things. And it inspired me to do one for myself. So, there's that. And here, real quick, I also was doing kind of a inspiration. I put dream up there because I had this cut out from I think, the very first Sizzix little red thing that you turn, and, you know, it's a die cutter. And I found a small one that did some words. So I had this cut out, and it was getting all bent up. I thought, oh, I'll put that on the front cover. These are, this is some of my drawing. And these are magazine cutouts. I've never done a glue book. I never used to do any kind of art with any collage with magazine pages, pictures. So I wanted to, but I wanted to have a theme of, say, color palettes. So I started collecting some pieces here and there, and then one day I decided it was time to sit down and do something with it. So these haven't been, I haven't stitched them in or anything, so they're just loose for now. But, oh, my dog just came wandering in the door here like he's the boss. Hi, Pooch. Lay down. Be a good boy. Lay down. Yeah, he needs his nails trimmed, if you can hear that, too. There we go. He's an old boy. He's 11. Okay, so here's a color palette that I just found. Well, a few different colored palettes, but with orange being the main theme. I really like that a lot. I did this and this. I've just recently done a few little I don't think I had that done before. I found some more different pieces from one of my Somerset Studio magazines. Here we go. I like this one. I just found these pieces last night, so I thought, well, I'll have 2 pages of this color. Oh, I do have 2 pages, but just on opposite sides. Forgot about that one. This is just a little, like, waxed bag I have in here that I was going to put all the pieces into it. Here's my gluing paper. See, so as not to waste. This is what I'll lay things down and glue on. So, that is that one right there. I have been debating for an entire week of whether I want to do a video of start to finish painting on this here, which now got some paint and ink and whatnot on it, but it's a art board, like I think they call that. But I'm going to be honest, I'm nervous. My process might not be somebody else's process. You know, start to finish. It's scary putting yourself out there. Ask any artist that does that. It just really is. You are putting yourself on the line. People are watching your hands, you know, or whatever, as you're doing this. And I remember watching videos of people and going, why did she cover that up? Oh, no. Oh, she left that. Maybe she'll go back to it. She forgot about that, or, you know. So anyways, that's in the forefront of my brain. I do want to do a start to finish. But the other thing that goes along with that is I need to get a handle on learning how to edit it better, so that it's not just I could do it in 3 or 4 different videos, but I'd rather do one, be able to speed it up, maybe do some voiceover, some music. And I'm learning all this stuff by myself. I asked my kids at one point before I started this, hey, you're good with the computer, why don't you help me? Oh, yeah, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to work that program. You know, that's young adult speak for I don't feel like it. So that's pretty much what I have there. So that was on my mind to do. Another thing, I made a foam stamp, and I just did some lines in it and took a screwdriver and went to make the dots, and I inked it up just to test it out, and this is how it turned out, and I think it's kind of neat. It'd be a nice filler for a background on something. So, and then if you're not subscribe to me on either, or you know, on my page on Facebook or on Instagram, here's the latest, like, European village, urban architecture type of deal, urban art. I kind of went off script a little bit and turned this into a very wonky circular instead of straight through the arches here, and made it look a little more surreal, or, you know, a little fantasy type thing. So it's done ink and watercolor. And when I did my one video, I said, oh, I wanted to start doing that, but look at, I only got 2 done. I'd done this one, and they almost look like they could go together, but they're 2 totally separate pictures that I took the drawings from. And I can't remember where they were from. I think this might have been somewhere in Germany. That might have been in Spain. And this I wanted to be a German town, like, because I called it Dreaming of an Old German Town. But then I did the sign that says Ye Old Dog Inn, which I couldn't even fit the letters in all the way. So yeah, so much for it being an old German town. But anyway, that's something else I had worked on. And I think that's it for now. Just some stuff. A little vlog showing you some progress, some some things here and there. Oh, I do have to show these too. My daughter helped my grandson make me this for Valentine's Day. It says I, and this is supposed to be love. His feet are kind of big. He's 5 now. I love you, Mima. They call me Mima till they're about 12 or 13, and it's Grandma. I love you, Mima, from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. Love always, Keegan. And then she had seen these ideas somewhere, so it says thumb buddies, thumb buddy loves you. There. And this is Keegan, Mommy, my daughter, and my other daughter, Taylor. So, and you know, it spreads around, so that's not this. My daughter doesn't have that big of a thumb. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, I'm done here. If you're watching this video and it's the first time you've seen any of mine, I would love it if down below where that little white arrow is, you hit that and it gives you more information. Well, if you would subscribe and then maybe give me a thumbs up. I always try to look and see where I'm there. Okay, thumbs up. And be on the lookout for some more videos. Thanks. Bye-bye.